Alright, so here we are at Marriott Grande Vista. Check-in area was kind of swamped, so I don't know if I'm going to get video of that. We are in the West Village, building 78, third floor. So, quite a large resort this Grande Vista appears to be, and we are hunting for a luggage cart and an elevator. Alright, this is looking promising. Kind of an open walkway when you get off the elevator. And we're all the way down at the end, I think. Let's see if it opens. It does. Alrighty. So this looks to be kind of the standard Marriott kitchen. In-villa delivery. Let's turn the ice machine on, because there's another ice machine on the third floor, so that'll be convenient for us, but...
This is the bathroom.
Thank you for sharing. Washer and dryer already located. That's convenient. I always like it when it's not in like a bedroom or a bathroom.
Oh, there, okay.
So this is probably the secondary bathroom. Check the rest of the kitchen real quick. Dishwasher looks like they could run a cleaning cycle of some sort, but it doesn't smell. Okay, well this bedroom has two large beds in it. It goes to that bathroom I already showed you. Also has a closet. So this would actually be, if you had more people, you could have an extra bed there.
I swear these places have a contract with a door manufacturer. They just want to put in as many doors as humanly possible.
Okay, and the light switch goes the other way for a light over there. Okay. Yes, they want to many doors possible.
As many doors as you could imagine.
Oh, look over here is the other bedroom. This has got an even larger bed. I don't know why that's the light, but they don't have lights up above. A fire extinguisher sign. That's interesting. It's just a closet with a fire extinguisher, just in case. And then, another one of those bathrooms with like a barn door for some reason.
But then there's another bathroom door, toilet, and another door.
Oh yes, there's another door, the toilet, and another door with a closet. I think Megan's right. They have a contract with door manufacturers.
It's like, doors everywhere.
All the doors. So this is the main bathroom. And oh, hey, it's got a handle thing for showering. See, I always like that. Anyway, all right. And then I think this goes out to the balcony or whatever. I guess we can go. Maybe we'll go out from the living room in a minute. Okay, so this is kind of a fancy thing. Aha! You got a nice little balcony here. Oh, Megan.
There's one on the other side, too.
I'm gonna say, look at this.
Yeah.
Right out at their lake or pool or whatever that is. That's actually a pretty nice view from the balcony, I would say. I will have to take a picture and put it up on Tug. Out of this bedroom, there's another balcony. Wow, that's fancy. Completely like on its own with possibly a better view. I don't know. Interesting. So we're looking for the main pool and sauna and whatever here, and supposedly there's a bridge that goes from our side over to the main building. So as we walk along here at Grande Vista, I just wanted to show you that at nighttime their lagoon or lake or pond or whatever you want to call it is very pretty, very beautiful. I really did enjoy it. And it was a nice place to go for a walk, albeit because of when we were there and the specific year, quite a bit cooler than one might prefer. Oh, there's a hot tub. That might be a kiddie pool. I think there must be a hot tub around here somewhere, but these are some of the pools and a restaurant and some bathrooms. Oh, some other kind of pool.
Maybe they're refilling it.
Oh, maybe it's closed off. Yeah. One thing that's neat over by this thing is they seem to have a free water ice setup, which I've never seen before, which is convenient. Here seems to be the bridge over to the village center and marketplace. We got a sandy beach back behind this, called Sandy Point, I guess. And then they've got their main pool set up here. And playing football. Okay, so as we head over towards the main pool, here is a view of that sandy point, the sand that they have there, set up as a beach. And then this is the entranceway to the main pool area. And they have a large, like a very large TV, as you can see here, almost like a movie theater display that they were at this time playing football on, but I imagine they could have movies or other things there depending on an event. Another kiddie pool, I guess, here. And oh, a towel tracker. I've never seen one of these before, I don't think. You bleep your card. The sauna appears to be in this thing. So yeah, the sauna could have been better. It's not high enough, like they don't have benches high enough up, so it doesn't really get as hot as you might like. It has these weird windows that are kind of clear, so it's like a fishbowl. People just kind of look in on you, which is a little weird. And now I'm fogging up. They light up the fountains at night. One other thing about the Marriott Grande Vista here, and this is true for like a lot of hotels and timeshares and stuff. I don't understand it. Houses that you rent also. Lights, like no overhead lights at all. This is a secondary bedroom. No overhead lights. This is as bright as you can get it by default. There's one light, and there's one light above the television, which I don't know why you would need a light above the television. So that's it. Otherwise, you're on your own. And this is basically like how bright. It's actually dimmer than this. The camera is helping. So it's not great when you're here in December and it starts getting dark at 5:30 or so. I think they really could do something to increase the amount of light in places. Or else maybe something's wrong with me and my family's eyes, and we just always find these things are incredibly dim a lot of the time, and why there aren't any overhead lights. Okay, so this is one of the entrances to the village center from one of the parking lots here at the Marriott Grande Vista in Orlando. Even though this was the third week of January, the parking next to the village center was completely full, although there did appear to be a couple of spots for golf carts. Not that we own a golf cart. And this is the actual center point of the village, and it's kind of nicely set up, as you can see. That's the coffee place, but it's closed now. And probably that's where you can rent the boats. Okay, so this is kind of a strange recreation center here in Grande Vista. They have a cotton candy machine apparently, but otherwise you can see it's kind of a room set up with a number of chairs, and I guess they must have activities here. And this is some more of the central marketplace area. I think this must be one of their sales areas, perhaps. We didn't go inside. And then across the street is their marketplace, which has an awful lot of things you could buy, touristy sort of things, probably all very expensive, but we didn't really bother to take a look because we expected to be overpriced. One interesting thing is they seem to have here some PlayStation or Xbox systems set up, at least two that I guess you could play at instead of maybe a more traditional arcade that we'd seen at various timeshares. Here at the Marriott Grande Vista, I have to say we've had a pretty good stay so far. Well, there's been things we've needed, like more body wash or whatever. You can just text them. They send it right up. They say within 2 hours. Usually it's within 30 minutes. So that's really good. I think the service is pretty good. The amenities have been pretty good here. Beds have been nice, sleeping pretty well. And, you know, all around, I have to say this is probably one of the better resorts that I've been to. Not too much. I had a little bit of nitpicking around the dishwasher looking like it needed a good vinegaring, but it's not dirty or moldy or musty or anything, so, you know, it works. That's really all I care about, and, you know, whether it has some white buildup on it is really more their or somebody else's problem. So yeah, pretty good here. Not too much to complain about at the end of the day. You know, can try and nitpick some things, but really, overall, I've been pretty happy. They give you plenty of towels and washcloths, plenty of utensils and things. So I think it's definitely set up for more people than maybe a average Hilton or Wyndham, because we do manage to get quite a bit of use before we have to wash anything. Washer and dryer is standard, works fine. I think I showed it in one of the earlier videos. The location of the resort itself is decent. It's a little bit further away from certain parts of Orlando, like where the Tug get-together was this year, than say like Sheraton Vistana Villages, but that's like 2 minutes. It's not that bad. And we tried doing a day trip from Orlando for the first time, which is about an hour and 10 minutes. We got all the way out by Cape Canaveral, and we're able to see the more nature area and the SLS on the pad. We didn't do a tour. We just went around the nature areas this time. $25 to get into the Canaveral beaches, probably not worth it at this time of year in January. It's windy, it can be cold, but you know, helping support the national parks, great by me. And so yeah, there are these different trips. Again, I recommend checking out Tug. There's a whole list of day trips and things to do in Orlando that isn't going to the obvious theme parks. So this is probably not a bad place to stay, especially if you can get it on a good getaway or something. I did an exchange, so I ended up, you know, paying full maintenance fees for a third-party timeshare plus the interval exchange fee. So probably not the cheapest that I could get it, but I still imagine being at around $1,300. That probably beats, you know, maintenance fees for a two-bedroom here. So still a decent deal. And again, depending on, you know, coming in, I guess January is an off season. Easy trade to get. I didn't have to do any kind of ongoing search or anything. And I imagine you can get it probably all the way through shoulder season pretty easily with an exchange. Some of the getaways prices have kind of jacked up, so I don't know, if you were looking in May or like September, kind of just shoulder season, if you'd find like really good deals. But it's definitely a place that I would consider coming back to. And I can't say that about every place I've been. I think that the sauna is nice to see and not too bad, especially when it's warmer out. And the hot tub, no complaints there. I think we were a little misled by the combo steam room thing online. I think what they meant is that you can bring some probably like bottled water and put it on the sauna heater to steam in the sauna, which is a thing that Finnish people do a lot. Certainly a way to use the sauna. A lot of places don't want you to do that for whatever reason, but my understanding, if the website could be interpreted, is that this one would let you do that. I do have to say the design of the sauna, as I said before, a little odd, but perfectly usable. And seemed like a lot of other amenities here we didn't get a chance to fully check out. I saw that you could borrow boats, like paddle boats, to go out on their little pond here. I think I can definitely recommend Marriott's Grande Vista. And yeah, check it out if you are coming to the Orlando area. Certainly put it in your places to compare. So I just have to say, I today went to Universal CityWalk because last time I was in Orlando, I did Disney Springs, and that was quite a lot of fun walking around. And I thought, well, Universal CityWalk's got to be competitive, right? No, it really isn't. I'm going to kind of suggest there's no reason to go to Universal CityWalk unless you're also already going to the Universal Parks. Unlike Disney Springs, where it's kind of a high-end outlet place you can go to with food and other things, and kind of reasons that you might just go to Disney Springs, that is not the case for Universal CityWalk. And I probably should have Googled and would have found that out. But I do feel like I should just put that in here as I've been talking about some of the things that I did while in Orlando. Universal CityWalk just seems to have 99% restaurants, which is, I guess, fine, but there's not really any shopping other than one Universal store that sells only like theme park Universal stuff in it, and all the restaurants. And they charge you $35 to park. At least the last time I went to Disney Springs, parking was free, and they had kind of a whole almost like outlet, high-end outlet kind of vibe with all sorts of different kinds of stores. I remember like Swarovski and some other ones from last year. And really, there's no reason I can think of to pay $35 to park to go to a place with a bunch of restaurants all together in Orlando, because there's plenty of outlets or little plazas with a bunch of restaurants in them with free parking, and you just pay to go to the restaurant. So yeah, avoid Universal CityWalk unless you're already going into the parks at Universal. It is not a competitor to Disney Springs. So as I say goodbye to Marriott's Grande Vista, I have to say it had a lot of things that I like, and I really enjoyed my stay here. This actually, thinking back on previous stays, kind of edges out quite a few of the other resorts I've stayed at. I think this might be the best resort overall that I've stayed at so far, and this gets on the Tug score my first 9.5.